Hello, hello everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello. I'm just waiting for everybody. So you can turn on your cameras, say hello to everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
I can't open my camera today because my connection is very bad. So I would prefer to just leave it to have to communicate with you and have a conversation. So otherwise, it will cut out my voice and you wouldn't hear me so well.
Right. That's okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. We're just waiting for everyone to come in. Right. Just making sure I don't miss out anybody. Great. Okay. Great job to see all of you here on time while we're waiting for the others to come in. You want to check in with your teammates just to make sure everyone is here because we're going to have a final reveal happening and all the fun stuff there. So just check in with your team, get them up there, and let's get started. Just give me a second and we should be good. Great. Okay, so I am trying to just make sure everybody has got the invite. If anyone's having trouble, just make sure you're checking that as well. So welcome to our first contest, everybody. I mean, 19.1s, you all have completed 1 week already at the Academy. I'm like excited. I have spoken to almost everybody and it's been great for me to know you all through our meta calls, and I think I've been more excited to see the way you all have interacted in your teams, right? The energy that's been going there. I guess you all have like just gone all across some vision boards, some logos, some amazing stuff coming out there. I'm excited to see what's coming in there. Definitely your pair posters and those cool stuff you'll have shared about each other, that really shows you've started networking and taken the first step towards being entrepreneurs. So while we're all settling in here, I would love for you, anyone who would want to share about how your first week at SOF has been going. It can be anything, like something that you enjoyed, somebody you enjoyed speaking to, something you found challenging. Just unmute yourself and let's get talking. Who wants to go first?
Shall I?
Sure, Vidya.
Okay. So I think the things that I liked about the SOP for the last week is about getting there to get to know other people and especially like meet friends, and I would say the way when we go to the format to see everyone's comments is like you see how they answer the questions and how they think, and this is also like have a very it drive you to there and to understand what they think. So I like it very much. And when I was like doing all of the platform to see others comments, because I was always amazed and to see more comments. So I think I would say that.
Wow, thank you so much, Asifa, for sharing. And yes, Bhavya, I saw your hand go up.
Yeah, namaste. It was really great. Like I learned a lot of things from other people. We had a great meetings, and it was really great watching some videos, introductory videos, and new art coming from others, and it was really nice. And also learned about EI, emotional intelligence, and stuff. It was really great.
Great. Yes, Isidora.
Yeah, that I also liked how we focused yes on the work, and that worked very well. We had a lot of good ideas, and we worked well as a team. And we also created a group for ourselves as a cohort to get to know each other, and that's really good. I feel like we are going to really make use of that to have fun and get to know each culture and person better. And I also liked how we kind of complement each other in each team. It's really well made how you created these teams and like really thought of our personalities and our strengths and our interests. And I would say something that's been a bit of a struggle is to manage school and SOF, because the timings and like the different little challenges kind of mix and match with my schoolwork and school classes, and that's been a little hard to handle. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. And also, I really loved that we are taking the time to get to know each other as a task, to get to know each of our pairs that we got paired up with, and the cohort itself and our team. And I really love that.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. And don't worry, we'll find out a plan. All of us are working on different plans. And just FYI, you have some amazing people in the team, in our cohort, who love organizing and can help you with, time management. And, we can all work as a group out there. So great. Anyone else wants to share? I did see another hand go up. Philip, you're nodding. Do you want to say something? Okay, so let's do a quick energizer here. I just want to make sure everyone is on Discord and everybody is able to access that. So what I want you to do, you have 30 seconds for this, like literally 30 seconds. You need to take your phone. The first thing you see in front of you, like you can't move from your place. You have to be sitting where you are. Anything that you connect with, you really connect with, take a picture of it and send it into the general chat in 30 seconds from now. Your time starts now. Anything that you connect with, take a picture and send it into the chat in 30 seconds. Okay, I see some amazing pictures coming in. Nice, Arman. Oh, Philip is sitting with a lot of books. Wow. Yes, great. Kritika, that's beautiful. Okay, I see a few more are still sending in theirs. This is awesome stuff, man. All of you had such amazing things you connect with, and you're being so proactive by not moving, but finding amazing stuff right in front of you that you connect with. So this is great, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the other pictures coming in. If anyone's having any trouble sending anything there, oh, nice, Asifa. Matthias, what plant is that? I know it's a succulent. Which plant is that?
I don't really remember how to call them in English, but in Spanish they call them suculentos. They're just like tiny cactuses.
Matthias, I think you'll have to adjust your microphone.
What about now?
Yes, it's perfect now. Yes.
Okay. I don't remember what they're called in English, but in Spanish we call them suculentos, and they're just types of small, tiny cactuses.
Nice. I think a perfect picture to wish everybody a happy World Environment Day as well. So great. Thank you so much for sharing that. And this is amazing stuff. So let's begin with our first grand activity of the day. I know all of you are super excited. A lot of discussions going on about our teams. And hey, Kelsey, hi. We have Kelsey with us today as well. So let's have our final reveals coming up now. So what I'm going to do is, I hope all the teams are ready and you have one team member already chosen who's going to announce the team name and the amazing story behind it, right? So we're going to do like a little bit of a random selector here. So I'm going to put this up if everyone can see my screen. We're going to spin this and the team that gets chosen is going to come up first and declare their team name. And at the same time, you can share the logo or the vision board or anything that you've created into the general chat. and announce the story, the little cute story behind why and how you came to the team name. Okay, so here we go. Let's see which team is coming up first. Yay, okay, team one. Who do we have from team one today?
I think it's me and Hector, and Harman, Bavi, and I don't know, and who else?
Yes, so Asifa, you can announce your team name and you can tell us the cute little story behind your team name.
Yeah, so we call ourselves the unlimited, and we call ourselves by these names because we are youth, but we are not with unlimited thinking. We work with unlimited power. We are eager to learn and discover new things, extraordinary things that will have unlimited impact in the future. And the unlimited refer to our capacity to trans our limits. It's a way to say we don't care to people that want to shut down our dreams, because that's not possible. And we always aim for something, and we don't let the barrier of life stop us. We take the risk and keep going until we will reach the unlimited goals. We have unlimited thoughts, ideas, and possibility to make change in our generation, in our world. And we are a team of people who all have this attitude and skills, that beyond the dimension of limits. We are beyond the limits. We are the unlimited.
Nice. So welcome to the Unlimited Team One, and congratulations. It's a beautiful logo that you all have designed and a great thought process behind it. I mean, that's like really a good amount of thought process that you put into it. I saw the way you all incorporated everybody's ideas. All of you did that together, and I think all of you deserve a big round of applause. It's a great job, Team One. Okay, so let's see which team is coming up next. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Which team is it going to be? It always does this. Okay, great. Team 4, here you go. So who do we have here from team?
Hi, so I'm from Team 4 and I'll be representing Vidya Gustavo Raven. Also, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So I'll be representing Team 4 and our team's name is All Stars. I'm just uploading the vision board that we have created. Our team's name is All Stars. It represents how everybody is a star of their own and has their own unique talents, because we are an all-star cast, right? And Raven actually came up with this idea last week and we all built upon it and put all our hearts and ideas onto the vision board that I've pasted on the chat to represent the same.
Wow, thank you, Kritika, for sharing that. And I saw the way you all interacted with each other, and they were like, we have to meet at this time. Let's get this done. Having interactions there, networking, and accepting each one coming up with brilliant ideas. I think that's a great way of combining this together. I like the idea of a vision board as much as I like the idea of the logo. I mean, this is great stuff coming in from 19.1. Good going, team. Okay, let's see which team comes in next. Okay, here we go. Which team is it gonna be? Team 2.
Hi, I'm from Team 2, and I'll be representing Marian, Philip, Lintel, Elitid, and Mantra. And I would like to present my screen to share our logo if I can. Can I?
Sure, sure. Wait. Uh, I know there's a way I can do that. Just give me a minute.
Okay. So basically, while we wait for the permission, we created the name Veritas.
Sorry, over to you.
Okay, yeah. So we created the name Veritas, which means truth in Latin. And we also created this logo with all of our faces. And basically, we build upon the idea of the meaning of truth and how that represents our goal, which is to tell the truth about the world and fix a real problem, a real world problem. And also, it represents our group because we value respect and just everything that goes into the right values, and we tell our own truth, and we work together in a really good system, and we all have very good personalities that match in each one, and we make a project that will really improve the world in a way. Yeah, that's that. Like basically our goal and the representation of our team as a group, it really represents itself with Veritas.
Nice. This is a beautiful representation of your team and great teaming, team values. Can you share this in our team general chat as well?
Yes, I will share it too.
Great. Good job, team. So now let's look at our final wheel of, let's do that. Okay. I mean, everybody gets up there. So I'm going to do this for the next team and we'll applaud for the team that comes up now. Okay. We don't know which team is coming up. It's like surprise. Oh, which team is this? Yay, team 3, over to you.
Well, hi, my name is Francisco Ruiz, and today me and Mija are going to present about our team and the story behind what we created on team number 3. Well, I'm going to send the image. I have a little bit of problem sending it, but I'm on the way.
That's okay. Anyone else from your team can also share that. You can tell us the story in that. Francisco, you could share that with us later as well after you finish talking. Maybe the Bouncy network works better. Or anybody from your team can do that.
Well, it's because in the image, it shows like the light bulb, because it represents the idea and it's very important factor when we start on this entrepreneurship journey. And also inside the light bulb, it's the characteristics we need to develop those ideas. And each member of our team represents a color and an ability that complements each other and put us together as the big idea. And the city that is also in the bottom part represents how we want to develop an impact in the world. And this is an extra, but also the background shows like how there are no limits at the moment of making a change, and how even if we're teenagers, life is, the age is just a number. And that's it.
Nice. I think this team, you're having trouble putting it up, but I have been a little lucky here to get to see the team logo that you have. And I must say, all the 4 teams have done a fantastic job in the way you have put it, your interpretations, your stories, and the best part of combining each of your ideas. And even if someone has not been able to make it, but have coordinated, network, made your little group where you're talking to each other and you have got started on the journey. This is a very, very important step, and you'll have done it really, really amazing, right? You'll have connected with each other and you'll have been really proactive at every stage here. So this has been really awesome. And I wanted to congratulate again all the team members for doing a fantastic job there. And yay, congratulations on completing 1 week at the Academy. So let's begin with a little bit about what happens every Saturday. And we'll start with the second part of our contest. So our contests will happen every Saturday at the same time. That is, we'll start 15 minutes before what the time is right now. We'll start at the same time every Saturday. The purpose is to, stimulate your thinking, get you thinking in directions that we want you to do, and also have a little bit of friendly competitive spirit happening, right? So let's get started with our first one today. Definitely your team names have been great. We're going to put them out. We'll probably share them in our posts, and we'll get that out there. So what we are going to do today is, our contest today is particularly aimed at getting you to see different problems in the world. A lot of you have already shared a lot of problems you look at in the world, you want to solve, and have shared that with me. But now I want you to talk to everybody. I want you to talk about the problems you see and get to see the problems that your peers are seeing in the world as well. So we'll start with a small activity that we call as Chatterfall, right? But I would also want you all to unmute yourselves, turn on your cameras, and you can speak out loud. I mean, don't wait, just tell me you want to speak. I think I have allowed yourselves to unmute. Yes, you can unmute yourself at any point of time and just tell me you want to speak, and you can just tell us the problem, right? So the first question here, and again, we're going to have 30 seconds for this in the Zoom chat, 30 seconds for this. And when I say Chatterfall, you are going to type, you're going to send the answers when I say Chatterfall. So the first question is, what are some of the problems that you see in the world around you? What are some of the problems that you see in the world around you? You can type, but don't send. Don't send. Hold on. Don't send. Okay, hold on. Okay. When I say Chatterfall, that's when we say Chatterfall and you send the answers. Okay, Chatterfall, I see answers coming in, so go ahead and start putting in your answers now. Okay, wow. I would love for someone to unmute yourself and share with us. Who would want to unmute and share with us? Let's hear some voices. Yes, Kritika, go ahead. All yours.
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, so I've already spoken about this problem with you, but I want to share that my grandparents actually met with an accident about 3 years ago, and we were all abroad at that point of time. And no immediate family member could actually come and help my grandparents at that point of time. And what happened was, a very kind man actually came, brought them to safety within the golden hour. So the golden hour is basically an hour after the accident. That is the most crucial point of time where fatalities can be minimized. So I started thinking that this is a big problem, right? Because not many people, especially in India where road accidents are inevitable, not many people might have the same fate as us. So that's a big problem that I see.
Thank you for sharing that again with everybody, Kritika. I know you did share this with me, and thank you for sharing these problems out loud. Anyone else who would love to share something? Yes, Francisco. I saw your hand go up. We'll give Francisco, then you go to Matthias, and then Neha. Yay!
Thanks. Well, I consider that nowadays, mostly, there are a lot of factors and problems and issues that affects humanity and the entire world. And much of the world's population is already dying by external causes. For example, war, contagious pandemic, diseases, overpopulation, poverty. Like there are a lot of things. Like things that I can't even imagine of other countries. And that's why I consider that getting into solution is the factor that is gonna determine if we will survive as the humanity and the people is gonna survive, or we are gonna end on a chaotic end of the world. And that kind of a scenario that I don't want to describe. And
Right.
that's also why why I consider that having the opportunity of know people from all over the world will open my horizons and learn about issues that I don't have in mind and that I can also contribute. Thanks.
Absolutely. And I think having a community like this where you're already, communicating and talking to each other, discussing your problems and looking at it from another point, another person's view as well, that is going to give you a larger picture. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yes, I see 2 hands. Just give me 1 minute. Yes, Matthias.
Okay, it's already unmuted. I kind of agree with Francisco when he says that there's a lot of problems, but that's kind of just normal. We're always gonna have a lot of problems. So I'm just gonna say a few quickly, some of the current problems that I see like that are most important. For example, that would be caring for the earth, because if there's no earth, there's literally nothing we can do. So pollution, climate change. Second to that, I believe that, well, also, for example, things, space exploration. The company who, the first trillionaire is going to be someone who delves into space. That's just a fact. And also, again, maybe we can try to save the planet with climate change, but if a meteor comes, there's not much we can do. The only thing we can do is just run to another planet. Third, I believe that it's very important to make social media safer again. A lot of companies and a lot of places like Facebook, they're starting to censor a lot of specific type of topics, and they're starting to make it so it's harder to communicate and harder to give ideas. And this is bad. This is leading to misinformation, but specific information that someone with a lot of money or a lot of power wants us to hear. And that's the first step into control and in making dictatorships and all of that stuff. So that's bad. We need to make it's important to have a place where people can actually communicate freely. And even if they have to do bad things, as long as they don't hurt anyone, it's always great to have every single opinion out. And fourth, this one's more specific to me, but I also believe that it's kind of important to make it easier for art to be made. For example, we know that art's very important. The Renaissance, art was a really important part of the Renaissance, which was when humanity woke up again. And nowadays, if you want to be a singer, if you want to be a painter and all of that stuff, for film it's a bit easier, but if you want to be a singer and all that stuff, it's very difficult and it's very dangerous. You can end up signing something and then you're doing things you don't want to, or you won't be able to actually share creatively. People are going to try to take advantage of you. It's very difficult and really bad, and it's sad because art's really important for us. So also personally, I want to make an easier place. I want to create something that's going to make it safer and guarantee that people will be able to, get their visions out there. That's me.
Wow, that was really dense, Matthias, and thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that was like really, we connect with certain things, and it's really a difficult and scary situation out there. Yes, I see Neha next. Let's go with Neha and then Arman and then Mantra.
Hello. So I think I shared with you, but the problem I think that matters to the society most is mental health, especially in India. Mental health is totally disregarded, and when it comes to children and teenagers, it's like it's a taboo talking about mental health. And like you won't look down upon a person having cancer, so you would say fine, you show him you'll feel sorry for him. But when it comes to mental health, people will say like, what does she need, why does she have issues, what is the problem with her? So this disregard is what I think matters the most. And also I think that the problem leading to mental health issues is loneliness. So the fact that even when we are surrounded by people, even when we have a therapist, even we have our parents to talk to, we feel lonely. So how to overcome that feeling of loneliness, even when there are people around you? So I think that is what would help make the society better. And the third thing is bullying. So I heard this sentence or this quote somewhere. So you people say suicide is not an option, but it is never told anybody that look at the causes of the suicide, to tell people that bullying is not an option. And in many places, bullying leads to suicide, to depression, to many mental health issues. And I think targeting the issue of bullying and what do you say? Curbing the issue of bullying is, I think, will help the society make a better and safer place for everyone. Thank you.
Nice, Neha. And it's you brought out quite a lot of important aspects that happen everywhere. And I think identifying the root cause and getting more into it is going to give you a more deeper understanding of why it's happening, how it's happening, and all of you, will have a lot of things to share about it as well. Yes, Arman, over to you. Sorry, here you go.
Okay, yeah, great. Well, first of all, I absolutely agree with Neha and Matthias. And there is so many problems to solve that I don't really know where to start off. But when I think of the root of every problem, it seems like everything is leading back to education. Like if people feel lonely, if people may be violent, maybe bullying others, maybe they don't have enough self-confidence, maybe they don't know how to control their emotions. So I think we should change the whole school system to bring maybe less pure knowledge, but add more knowledge of how to be a nice human being, how to understand that it's not necessary to be on top of others to feel good. It's not necessary to dominate people. It's not necessary to have tons and tons of money, and just be nice, and how to control your emotions, how to interact with others, how to express yourself. And I think education is the key to everything. But yeah, I agree with all the problems, mental health, poverty, everything is really important. And social media is a big topic too. But maybe we will talk in private because we're not good.
I mean, I'm looking at a lot of conversations happening, and you all are more than welcome to have these discussions in the general chat.
Okay. Oh yeah.
We would love to read responses, and all of you can contribute to that, right? So don't worry about that. The general chat is all yours. Team chats are all yours. I know you all have another chat as well, but the space is all for you. Yes, Mantra, we will listen to you, and then we will go into our next step. Mantra, just give me a second. Over to you.
Hey guys, hope you are doing well. The points which my friends Arman, Kritika, Neha, and Matthias they were told were very nice about depression and stuff. But let me inform you all that during this month, the previous one, we had the second wave of coronavirus in India. So at that time, we witnessed 3 to 4 lakh cases being registered per day in the entire country, and those days were very crucial for our population. And the injections of remdesivir and many more were getting stolen like anything. People were dying because they didn't have money to buy those costly injections. I saw an injection of 800 INR, 800 rupees, was sold in 12,000 rupees. Like it was even more than its double. So that's very bad. And the poor people from the village, they were not even privileged enough to get the tests done, and due to that a lot of population died. And personally talking about me, even I lost many of my family members. But we, in spite of the fact that we were privileged enough, but still the situation was such bad that the beds in the hospital, they were not enough. And so half of the population which was hit by coronavirus had to take the medicines and stuff at their house. So that's the most important thing, I think. And no medical companies extended their help. I couldn't see anyone. and that's the reason, that's the main problem. So
Right. I mean, Mantra, yeah, I totally understand. The whole world has gone through a very difficult phase at this time. Definitely it has attacked a few countries at a very large level. Yes, Isidora, we'll listen to you and then we shall move to the next part.
Yes, thank you. I think all of these problems are very important and very present in most of the world, and we need to do something about it and bring awareness to it. But I feel like the baseline of why there's all these problems is something that comes with maybe humankind, our way of thinking is not seeing the bigger picture, not seeing the basic human necessities that need to be like served to every single person in this world, and also to animals, like basic human decency and the basic needs that one needs to live, and how it should be a right. And people sometimes see more materialistic things as important instead of caring for people and caring for all people, not only separating for countries and separating for races, separating. We do so many separations within our own species that it's ridiculous. And I think that's the baseline of why we have so many problems. And that's mainly what I want to not fix, but maybe improve, like seeing the bigger picture and seeing deeper than most people in this world see. And just really quick, I think you need to allow me to be co-host to raise my hand after.
Right. I think because you were co-host, you were unable to raise your hand. I think you should be able to do that. Great. Thank you so much for sharing this. All of you have shared some amazing problems here, right? Each of you have put in very deep problems you connect with, that you see, and you are relating to. So now what I want you to do is in the next 60 seconds, okay, I'm going to put a timer here so that we do this on time. I want you to look at everybody else's responses. You can scroll through the chat that we have on Zoom, right? Look at all the responses we have, and you already know what problem you relate to. But I want you to identify one new problem that you relate to, or maybe you have a curiosity about. Copy it and paste it, and let me know what you think about it, right? So all you have to do is read the problems the others have shared, relate with any one of them, and tell us what you think about it. Your time starts now. So as you're typing in the problem you relate with, you can also type in what you think about it. Nice. I see you all are relating things and putting in your answers. They're great. Absolutely. Certain things need to be, you need to go deeper into it, right? Find out more about it and not just look at the surface of it. So these are great. All of you are putting in your responses. I'm reading them, and each of you can read your responses as well. Thirty more seconds to send in all your responses. Right, right. Wow. Absolutely. Lack of knowledge, lack of awareness, and the stigma that goes around the topics and the problems that we have. Definitely a big cause of concern. Okay, so now moving on to the last question of this round, right? What I want you to do is, all of you have, you'll have spoken to a few of your cohort mates. I know some of you said you all spoke to all of them. Great job on that answer in the poll. But what I want you to do is tell me, what is something that you wonder about different parts of the world or maybe different cultures? What is it that you wonder about maybe a different country, a different culture, or anything across the globe? So something that you wonder when you think about other parts of the world or different cultures. You have 30 seconds for this. Your time starts now. Okay, and Chatterfall, start typing in your answers and sending them in. Wow, these are some interesting questions. And if anyone wants to share their answers about it, if you all know something, that would be great. You all can also put these questions in Discord so we can keep continuing the conversation there as well. These are great questions you're putting in about different problems that we have. We want to know more about how things work in the other part of the world or something that you're very curious about, right? These are really, really great and thought processes that you're putting in. So this is what we're going to do now. We're going to take the next 2 minutes, right? I hope each of you have a paper, pen, notebook, or anything in front of you that you're going to write down something that I want you to do now. You're going to take 2 minutes and write down a question that you want to ask the world. Okay, so you are not going to put it in the chat box. You're just going to write down a question that you want to ask the world. Now, this question ideally should be like an open question, not a question which has a yes or a no answer. It has to be like an open question because the best responses we get when the questions kind of start with why or how, right? So think of an open-ended question which is anything that you want to ask the world. Okay, so you get 2 minutes for this. I'll probably see if I can play some music for you all, but you have 2 minutes to write down one question on your notebook that you want to ask the world. Sure. Shiga, let me send you a message so that, yes, I'll send you the question. Write down a question that you want to ask the world. Don't put it in the chat. Just write down the question. Write a question you would want to ask the world. Write it down. Okay. If you're ready, just put an emoji, a hands up, or anything on the reactions of Zoom. So I'll know you're ready. Mantra, if you're ready, go ahead and put anything that is there on the reactions. Great. Kritika is ready too. Wonderful. Okay, you have 1 more minute to write your question, everybody. Okay, is everybody ready now? Looks like everybody is ready. Let us do this now. Okay, so what we're going to do now, all of you, no, you're not writing down your questions in the Zoom chat right yet. Okay, hold on. So what we are going to do now is I am going to send you into a Zoom room with one other person. You are going to be in a Zoom room with one other person. When you get there, what I want you to do is share your questions with each other. Probably what inspired you to choose this particular question. And then what you are supposed to do is, your mission is to come back with one question. So you will combine both your questions and come back with one question from the room. Okay? So you're going in with two questions. Each of you has one each. You come back with one question. Your mission is to combine the question. Okay? So I'm going to send you in your groups now. I'm opening the room. This room will be there only for 2 minutes. So you have 2 minutes to combine your questions into one. And your time starts now. Have fun, guys. Isidora, are you having trouble joining your group? Perfect. Humbulani? Hey, Humbulani, are you here with us? Okay. Lintel? Lintel, can you hear us? Oh. Hey, Asifa. Asifa, I moved you down in the room. Great. Okay, let's pause this for some time. Asifa, Gustavo, can you hear me? If you can unmute yourselves. I'm trying to unmute you.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Yes. Hey,
Yeah, you
right.
know.
So Gustavo, Asifa, it's okay. We'll take a minute here, and what I want you both to do, since you're not in the room, that's fine. Both of you, what you can do now, Gustavo, I'll send you the video of the contest, the beginning part of it later. But for now, what I want you to do is write down one question on your paper that you want to ask the world. Asifa, hang tight. We'll be breaking out into new rooms again. You can discuss that again. Okay?
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's start getting that back in. Okay, everybody is coming back. Welcome back, everybody. We have still a little bit of time there. I know I kind of brought you all back very soon, but anyone wants to say, was it difficult to combine two questions into one, or did you have similar questions or very different questions? Anybody wants to say anything here? Sorry to bring you all back. Trust me, I'll give you all time again. Okay. How was, yes, Isidora, go ahead. Give me a minute. Yes, you should.
There we go. Okay. So I was with Neha and we had, I think, different but similar questions. And we managed to bring them both together really well. I think the most difficult part was seeing like each concept and how we could relate each of them. But I really like this activity.
Wow, great. So anyone else wants to share whether they found it easy or difficult? Yes, Mantra. And then Francisco. Let me.
My partner was Kritika Agarwal. Our questions were different, but then she's intelligent, so she helped me to merge them. The combined question of ours was, are we selfish since birth, or it's the circumstances that make us selfish? The reason is that people really focus on helping the world, or they are just concerned about the 2 square meals which they have to provide to their family? So
Wow, nice. And did you find it like difficult? I know you said she helped you, but how was it? Did you find it difficult, the
it
activity?
was difficult, but she made it easy.
Okay, great. Yes, Francisco. I don't know why that's happening. It's not. Oh, never mind. Yes, go ahead.
Well, I was with Vija, and it was pretty interesting how the combination come out at the end, because her question was more about this education in different or other places, depending on the money, and mine was more about how governments prioritize more economical aspects than the, how do you say, that the health of our planet, when climate change and economy are completely related. And at the end, we see that how these two were connected is about the governments, because at the end, the governments are the one that can't make incredible use of the money and make public schools of quality, something that, for example, in Canada or United States is, but here in Mexico, desafortunately not. And how the government, for example, in Canada, they prefer using clean energies and their money spent on that instead of using this oil and petrol and this other kind of bad energies. So the last question we came and we combine it is, why do the governments don't take action when there's a clear problem, and sometimes why they prefer keeping the money instead of using it for a good education or for the use of clean energies?
Nice. Okay, so Philip and Bhavya will listen to you and then we'll go to the next part. Yes, Philip.
I work together with Raven. I start with my question. My question was like, what is the best book to read to become successful or to gain the best knowledge? And her question was about mental health, and we had a good question at the end. It was, what is the best book to read to solve mental health issues? So I think when someone could deliver to everyone such a book, there's no one at the end who has mental health problems, I think. So yeah.
Nice. Yes, I did see another hand go up. I don't see that now. Yes, Bhavya.
Yeah. So I was with Matthias, and our questions were very similar. Like the question was before 40 or 50 years, people were not having technologies and resources. And right now we have so much technologies, advanced technologies, resources. We are living in a great comfort zone, but still we are not happy. And before scarcity or not having so many resources, we were happy. So why is this? Why humans are maybe answer
Okay, your
that
voice is
we
cutting a little
discussed
bit.
was like this, that we are. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little soft for me. Is anyone else having the same? Yes. Yes, Bhavya.
I can continue for him since he's having internet problems. But okay,
That'll be great. Thank you.
we
No,
it
absolutely
was
fine, Bhavya.
it was really interesting how our questions were very similar. I'll start off quickly with his question. Was he was trying to say, how come even though right now we're in the best state that humanity has ever been, technology is in a height that we've never seen before, the lives of people are very comfortable, way more comfortable than they would have been like 80 years ago or in the medieval century. But even though a lot of people are just focusing on problems, or they just see the bad stuff, they're not happy with what we have now, even though we're in a really great state. And mine was, what was that drive that's been pushing humanity to always become better, because we're not the same state we were in the medieval ages. We're in a different state. Well, what's been pushing us to get where we are, especially in these few decades where the growth has been amazing? And together we got a question which was, what is at the end, it's just like putting the question behind the other question, but our question was, what is the drive that pushes humanity to always improve and become better year after year, especially the past few decades? And how can we become more grateful and see it better? I believe like this is a great question, because if we were to get the answer, we will be able to know not just how to improve way better, because we have been, but we will be able to apply it to different things and also acknowledge it and be able to be happier because of what
Wow.
the improvements.
This
That's
is
what I
a
think.
great thing. Great way of putting it, Matthias, right? And all of you, all those who spoke, and I know all of you did a great job in your team, where you all heard two questions, you all combined it, right? You all did that task, and you all are ready with one question. So this is something that we are going to time ourselves now for the next 30 minutes. Okay. I know you all have already connected with your teams. You all can create a Zoom call. You can have a Discord call. You can do, whichever area you want to. Okay. That is fine. You can have a WhatsApp call, a Google Meet call. But this is what you're doing next. So everybody, all the teams, listen really carefully. This is what you're going to do now, the same thing of combining your question, but you are going to do it in your individual teams. You will need to set up your Zoom rooms or your Google Meet or your Discord chat. I mean, that's absolutely up to you how you do it. You should write down one question that you want to ask the world that has the potential to go viral, right? We really want that question to go viral. And it should be really thought-provoking, engaging, or maybe even a question that makes people say, oh, I never thought of that before. Like, you want to push humanity forward and generate a huge number of answers. So I'm going to send you all of you instructions on the Discord team chats for you all to follow up later. But what you have to do in the next 30 minutes, whichever part of the country you are in, from now, 30 minutes from now, you are going to come back with one question. You're going to post that one question that you have decided to ask the world. You can make a poster, you can make a WhatsApp status, you can make a reel, you can make anything you want, the way you want to ask the question. But in 30 minutes, you have to put that question into the general chat, right? 30 minutes from now, you have to put the question into the general chat. Once you put the question in the general chat and you're ready with that, you have a task that is for 24 hours. Now listen to this very carefully here. You need to post and ask as many people as you can in the next 24 hours. So the question your team decides, You can tag School of Future, right? Tag School of Future underscore N. Let me put that for you so you can tag them. You can call up random people, call up your friends, call up family, share them in your team chat, your school chats. You want everybody to answer that one question your team has decided. And probably you can say that, hey, I'm in a live contest with SOFs and your opinion is going to matter, solving a global problem, input things like that, okay? Your answers and your first contest is going to be graded in 3 categories, okay? So I want to put these categories out before I let you all go. The categories are ability to combine the ideas. You'll have 4 ideas, 5 ideas coming to one question that you're putting in. Ability to extract genuine answers from people. So we would love if you put screenshots and you put, you can share voice notes, do that in your team chats, that's fine. And the other one is sheer number of responses. So literally quantity also matters because you're getting 24 hours for this challenge. And you need to take some of the best, most interesting responses you're getting and put them into a word cloud. So at the end of 24 hours, that is tomorrow at this time, your word clouds should be into the general chat where we will be grading each other. Okay? Are all the teams ready? I have understood what we're supposed to do. Any questions so far?
I have a question.
Sure, Radhika.
So we need to write our individual questions in the next 30 minutes, and then we need to combine the question?
No. In the next 30 minutes, you are coordinating with your team and coming up with one question. You already have your individual question.
Okay.
All of you already have your individual questions, right? So you're combining together and asking one question that you want to ask the board. Yes, Bhavya.
No, it was a mistake, sorry.
Okay, yes, Neha.
Yeah, so are we supposed to make the poster in 30 minutes or in the next 24 hours, or a poster, video, anything?
The poster is more like a question. It doesn't have to be a poster. Poster can even be an Instagram story or a WhatsApp story. Like the question where you're putting it out to ask the world, right? So that question should be ready in the format that you want to put it in. Yes, it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes to get that one question you want to ask the world. You can make it a poster, a post, a WhatsApp status, a reel, anything that you want, right? And that needs to be shared into the general chat and start collecting responses. So here you go. We are going to be ending this part of the contest right here, right now. But I'm going to see responses in 30 minutes. The team that doesn't come up with a question in 30 minutes, unfortunately, will get a point less there. And in 24 hours, we are grading on the responses we've got. Right? It has been amazing to listen to all of you and all your amazing thoughts today at our first contest. Looking forward to seeing most of you next week. And during the week, whoever's catching up with me, I know some mentors, and all of you during the next contest on Saturday, same time, same place. Till then, everybody take care. Bye.
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 Bye.